I've stated in a previous video that if you wanted to find the dumbest people on the internet, all you have to do is go to YouTube and search up Clash of Clans tier list. Here you'll find everyone, people from the short bus, people that were dropped as babies, and people that split their head open at the age of 8 years old, and that is not a self-reference there. I had to change a few things here because there was a triple S for some reason. Oh, and that is not friendly for my channel. Let's just change that real quick. This video is going to be the most accurate tier list based off Clash of Clans that you will find on the internet. There is no right answer other than this one. Other than this YouTube video right here, the one with the gingerbread man on the thumbnail is the correct one. I've compiled a new list because that last one had an interesting assortment of stuff. If there's anything missing, I'm sorry. There is way too much in this game to keep track of now. For some reason, the Archer's first. Now, her only use is to place her down to find any traps. I know there's most likely pro players that are going to say, well, actually, if you use her in the War Clan Castle, she can bait out Electro Dragons and have the lightning chain onto her instead of the defenses. This little 4'3" woman with a bow is not stopping an Electro Dragon, and you know that to be true. We're gonna put her in D tier. The Baby Dragon, aka Magnets of Seeking Air Mines. I'm just gonna put in absolute garbage. It sucks. It's only good when it's by itself, and even when it is by itself, a Seeking Air Mine locks onto it 100% of the time. I was able to zoom in a bit more, that's great. A classic Clash of Clans troop, still overpowered as frick since the day it's come out, and they found a way to make this even more cancerous since the release of the troop, because now you can have 10 of them in a blimp, and then it's goodbye to your town hall within a matter of a second. I'm gonna put it at a solid A. The Barbarian, also known as the face of Clash. Without the Barbarian, there is no Clash of Clans. This great game that you have now that you spent hundreds of dollars on with gold passes is because of this Barbarian. S tier. Even if you have a full army of Barbarians, you could probably 2-star max Town Hall 16. Now, it's not the Electro Dragon, so you are still kind of a loser if you have a full army of them. They're very powerful, but I don't think you can quite 3-star with a full army of dragons. I'm going to say C tier. I wonder where the Electro Dragon's going to go. Absolute garbage. This thing kind of sucks. I mean, he stops becoming good after Town Hall 4, but I'm pretty sure some psychopaths out there use him for certain strategies with higher Town Halls. I don't really care. I'm going to put it at E tier because I don't even touch it. Not only does he have less health than an archer, he also does less damage, I'm pretty sure, unless he's attacking money things. I think he's absolute garbage as well, because nobody ever uses goblins unless it's the sneaky goblin. A lot of people claim that the Archer Queen is the best hero in the game, but in order for it to be the best hero in the game, she needs about 1,000 of these around her. Her true guardian angels. Now, healers are kind of overpowered, especially because people place balloons to bait out the mines, and then people will just place the healers, and the frick! The healers will never die. I'm gonna put the healers at a B tier. Miners. And I'm not talking about the thing I'm going for once I get 100k subs. That's not even a funny joke. I'm sorry. I'm talking about the Clash of Clans troop, though. He's the main star in one of many attacks. Nearly impossible to kill because he comes in and out of your life just like your father. I might put him at a B tier as well. For some reason, it hits like a train into a Hot Wheels. Has a lot of health. Is very powerful. But a bunch of little white boys will be her weakness. I'm going to say C tier. I think the P.E.K.K.A. has a perfect balance. Wall breakers. I'm just going to put at absolute garbage, because you need about 50 of them to destroy a wall to begin with, and even when you do destroy those walls, the troops that you want to go inside the wall is just destroyed by the wall breakers will just completely avoid it, especially like the Archer Queen. Now, it's not the Super Wizard, unfortunately, otherwise it'd be an S tier. Well, when it comes to basic attacks, nobody ever uses it. It's just kind of a cleanup troop. I'm going to put it at C tier. It would be at D tier, but it'd be an insult to the Wizard to put it with the Archer, so it's going to be in C. The Archer Queen, aka the most overrated hero in the game. Oh, there's no Royal Champion on this list. I'm gonna have to add that. So in order for this hero to be good to begin with, it needs about 5 healers, and then she has somewhat of a chance of living. She needs life support while she's on the battlefields. That's for number 1. For number 2, she needs wall breakers to even get inside. Sad enough to say, she's her own wall breaker. There will be one building left for that 3-star, and then instead of attacking that building, she'll attack the wall that's about 5 feet away from where she needs to step to shoot that building. It also doesn't help when they give her equipments such as like the mirror, which clones 3 of her to make her better because she sucks so much as a hero. So these hero equipments aren't really helping her case. I'm just going to throw her down to absolute garbage. I think she fits perfectly fine in the absolute garbage tier with all the others. And now the Barb King, also known as the best hero in the game, also known as the best of all time, also known as better than the Queen, also known as the best hero of all time. I know there's going to be some 8-year-old girls in the comments that are going to be very upset about this placement of how I put the Archer Queen at the very bottom and how the Barb King is going to be at the very top. I mean, what did you expect from my channel? You should have expected nothing less. He is the reason to why all the hero equipment just got nerfed, because he is literally too powerful for this video game. They need a whole massive update to even try to dwindle 1% of his power. The Grand Warden. The thing about this guy is that he's not good, but he's also not as bad as the Queen. He's very powerful, but he's just really stupid. Like, you try to use the Fireball ability, it'll attack a wall. You try to use the Fireball ability, it'll attack the random butterfly that's on the field. He won't attack anything that's important. And sometimes when he really feels like it, he'll just go leave the whole entire army to go catch some fireflies. I'm just going to put him at C tier because he's just very stupid. Meh, that's kind of insulting. A B. We'll put him in B. The Battle Blimp. This is what I use for the most broken attack strategy, which is the Invisible Super Archers. I'm going to put it in S tier because it is unstoppable. It's just a balloon on crack. Nothing much to it, really. And it's very slow as well. I'm going to put it in D tier. Now, it'd be a different story if you could have a whole entire army of them. The Wall Wrecker. It's going to go at absolute garbage because the moment you get the workshop to level 2 is the moment you never use it again. That thing is good for Town Hall 10 when you get it donated to yourself, and that's just about it. Let me actually rank up this Royal Champion right now. I'm going to put her at A tier. She's not as good as the Barbarian King and not worse than the Warden. I think she's better than the Warden. She's a very good hero. She's very fast, is very strong, can jump over walls, and then her ability is always broken. The Bat Spell. I used to use this a lot because my old clan leader gave me an inspiration of it. He would use about like 4 or 5 of these and then mix it with the Warden's ability and it would destroy everything. I don't use it anymore, but it's not that bad of a spell. I'm going to put it with C though, because it's nothing too crazy. The Earthquake Spell, also known as an Archer Queen lover taking a step out the kitchen. Yeah, this one's very overpowered. You place about 5 and it destroys half of the HP of a town hall. And that's not even a joke. That's how it works. You place down 5 and the town hall loses half its health. It's so stupid. Destroys a lot of walls easily. I'm going to put it at maybe D. Now I'll put it with the Bat Spell. Haste is Wish.com's version of the Rage spell. I'm going to put it at E tier. Poison, the most annoying freaking spell in the game. I'm going to put it with C as well. Skeleton, the worst spell in the game. I'm putting it at absolute garbage because I actually hate that spell. The Clone spell shouldn't even be in the game. It's so broken. I'm going to put it at A tier. Even though it's 3 space, it's still overpowered. It took them way too long to add 3 space on that spell. The free spell lasts just as long as me trying to play Clash without complaining about something, but it's pretty good when you have it maxed out. I think it's like a 7-second freeze effect. I'm going to put it at B tier because it's a very popular one and it is pretty good for the most part. If your enemy's using mass hogs with a little sprinkle of pixie dust, it's over for your base, so I'm going to put this at B tier as well. The Jump spell. Honestly, the Archer Queen's going to need it nowadays because she only targets walls. We're going to put it at absolute no, that's insulting to the Jump spell. I'll put it at D tier because it's a pretty good spell for the most part. You Queen people are going to have to use that for your Queen walks or your Queen charge, whatever you call it. I couldn't really care less. Lightning. This is the old photo. I know that for a fact. Only losers use this spell. I'm going to put it at absolute garbage because it's only used to destroy air defenses, and then you got the people using the E-Drags to destroy them all. Rage is broken. I'm going to put it at S tier, honestly. I think that's a fair placement too because you can max it out at Town Hall 8, and they haven't given it any more upgrades since then because the spell is so powerful. When these came out, these were the best troop in the game for a while, I'd say. They've been nerfed to the ground, and they absolutely suck now. I'm just going to throw it at D tier maybe. I don't know, they just die way too fast and they're not very smart either. They split up in a dumb way. Maybe it's just me. Maybe the way I place it is just not correct. The Golem. Having one of these in front of your army is like having the fattest kid at your school in front of the lunch line. Nothing's getting past it. Although his damage is not very good, but he's not really meant for damage. He's for like the distraction for the most part. I'm going to drop him down in D because you don't even really need golems anymore because of how overpowered everything is. Well, that might have changed because I'm pretty sure they nerfed all hero equipment today. Hog ready! I can't even scream right now. I'm kind of sick and it's a bit early. Well, it's not even early. It's 1:42 p.m. I'm just tired. Anyway, this is probably the second most iconic troop in all of Clash of Clans. Not only that, he is a very powerful troop. When you have a ton of them, he's only 5 space, so you can fill up that army nice and well. I'm going to put it at B tier with the heal spell because that's the ultimate combo. The Ice Golem. This one gets shoved very deep up there is when you're attacking with it. Therefore, it's an S tier. The Lava Hound. Very good for the blimp attacks. He's very good for pretty much every air attack. And it's crazy to think because I think he has the highest HP in the game if you're not counting super troops, and he dies the fastest every single time because every single defense on the enemy team is locked onto this thing like it's a Chinese spy drone in America. I'm going to throw this in A tier. The Minion, it's only used for cleanup and nothing else more. I don't think they can activate air bombs too, so it's not like you can place them down to bait out bombs. That's why everybody uses balloons. So I'm just going to throw it in E tier, honestly. It's about time the Giant and the Haste spell have a little friend. The biggest modern day loser strategy is Valkyries with the Root Riders. What's worse than one ginger woman? The double ginger woman team. Wait, is the Root Rider even ginger? I just kind of took a guess. I don't even think she has hair, right? I can't tell because they have half her face on here. That's unlucky. I mean, she's overpowered. She is very strong. Unkillable at Town Hall 8. I'm going to throw her in C tier just because you'll never see me using her this late in the game. Even when I'm Town Hall 16, I'm not going to use her. The Witch. Yeah, she's very good. I think for Town Hall 13, she was used in a meta. I was just going to say it was a Yeti and Witch meta, but the Yeti's not on this tier list for some reason. I had to add this whole bottom row because they were missing a ton of stuff. But then once you get very late in the game, you don't use the Witch ever, I'm pretty sure. I'm going to throw her in C tier. The Recall spell. This one's fun. I like when they add fun stuff to the game that stays forever and that's not an event troop. And just because it's fun, I want to put it in C as well. It's not really useful, I'd say, but it's a very fun spell. The Overgrowth spell, also known as sitting through a 50-minute unskippable ad while playing Clash of Clans. I think they actually nerfed this a lot as well today. They nerfed so much stuff. I don't even know what to do in that game anymore. You could probably tell because I'm making a tier list right now. The spell is just kind of dumb. I'm gonna put a D tier because it's not anything special in my opinion. So Kraven got his own troop in Clash of Clans right after Holland did. There's just something about him that I don't like. He's just kind of weird. I like the healing factor that he has where he gets to shoot other troops and heal them, and even Sky ones, and then the heal ricochets, I'm pretty sure. Then all of a sudden he decides, you know what, I want to turn into a bear because Halloween's right around the corner. Why not dress up as Freddy Fazbear? I'm gonna put him at C tier. He's just all right. It's more of another fun one, I guess. The Apprentice Warden. I don't really like this guy, I'm not gonna lie. He just has a stupid hat and a stupid face. I don't even need to lift up his hat to know what he looks like behind it. I'm gonna put him at D tier. I don't like that guy. And then the Root Rider. This was the most overpowered troop when it came out at first, but it's gotten nerfed to the ground as well. But where can we put her? I have this troop unlocked, but I never use it. I might have used it in attacks once when I did the 0 to Legend League with the Gingerbread Man. I know she's not as strong as she used to be on release, so I think I'm just gonna throw her in C tier again. There's a lot of C tier people. And now the pets. You are probably waiting for this moment because I'm going to have the most accurate pet tier list. Remember, this tier list video you're watching right now is the most accurate one with the correct answers. Starting off with Lassie. Lassie is probably the most creative pet because it's a P.E.K.K.A dog that's really cool. Unfortunately, I think Lassie is the worst pet, and that's only because there's way better pets in the game. This was the only point I agreed with those other tier lists, is that you should only be using Lassie at Town Hall 14 when it's one of the only 4 pets that you have, which is a very good point. And unfortunately, I'm going to put him down at D tier just because he's not that good. The Yak! The best pet in the game. Doesn't matter what you say, it's irrelevant. Doesn't matter. I have video evidence of why this is the best pet in the game. The Yak is always the last one alive. He is such a real one that when his king falls, he gets angry. He literally has a rage effect, and then he destroys everything in his path. He can one-shot Town Hall 9 maxed out walls, and he's an unstoppable beast. Therefore, he's an S tier, right next to the Barbarian King. There is not any other pets in this game that get upset when their hero dies. They don't really care. They'll just go off on their own. Not the Yak. The Yak is a day 1 OG, real one. The dumbest pet in the game. The whole entire school C4 is planted right next to her, and she hears the noise that it's about to detonate. You know what she does? She decides to lay her head on that C4 like it's a pillow. She won't avoid any physical confrontation, which is surprising because she's a support troop, and she's almost as dumb as the Queen. I'm gonna have to put her right next to the Queen, honestly. It's only fair. The Phoenix. Now, what needs to be said, other than this is an S tier pet? A lot of people put the Phoenix with the Barb King, but I think it's better to put it with the Royal Champion. A lot of the times, the Royal Champion's at the Town Hall when she dies, and then she gets that invincibility to laser the Town Hall more because of the Phoenix. And then after the invincibility, he just gets a little life. Frosty the Snowman. He's pretty cool, but he's no Yak or Phoenix. I'm gonna put him in C tier. Diggy's a real one. He goes in and out just like the Miner, but this time he always comes back, unlike your your father. He's an A tier pet. Even his stun effect is overpowered. Like, just because he comes out the ground, he gets to stop a fully charged Inferno Tower for no reason. P. Diddy, wait, what's his name? I don't know what the lizard's called. I thought the poison lizard had like a name, right? He doesn't have a name, it's just poison lizard? I could have sworn he had a name. Hold up. Oh, it was a YouTube comment. I remember now. Yeah, someone in the comments told me to call him P. Diddy, I think. Why did I think that was his actual name? I'm such an idiot. This guy's alright. He's got a nice poison effect, and that's just about it. He's very fast for some reason as well. He might be the fastest thing in the game. I'm gonna put it with Lassie. I think it's only fair. I'll never use him. If for some reason he has very cheap upgrades as well, it's probably like the game knows that he's not that great. This is probably the most unfair pet in the game. I don't even have it yet because I'm not Town Hall 16, and I just see videos and clips, and it's just not fair. I think it's an S tier pet, honestly. Nope, wrong. A tier. It's not as good as the Phoenix or the Yak. I don't know if that Spirit Fox has ever gotten nerfed. It should, but I'm not too sure. I'm pretty sure he makes the hero target defenses. Again, I don't have this yet, so I'm not too sure about the details with this one. This will tell your hero to target defenses, and then after a certain amount of time, it's done then and there, I'm pretty sure. So he's useful for like the first 17 seconds, and then that's the wrap. I'm going to put it at D tier as well. I think it's no better than these two. The Owl goes ahead of the hero, and this is also a magnet for Seeking Air Mines and other air bombs. So I'm going to throw it down with these pets as well. All right, now we got all the super troops, and this is where it's going to wrap up after this. He's only used when it's clan capital when there's 5 extra space. But even then, he's one dangerous fella. Local residents have called the cops on him because he destroys the houses within 3 hits. I'm going to put him at a nice solid A tier. Nah, I can't do that. Okay, I was going to kind of do that for the joke, but I'd say he's more of a B tier. Super Archer, trash. The Sneaky Goblin. Whoa, whoa, whoa. Get your fingers off the keyboard and get out the comments section. I was just kidding. I love the Super Archer a lot. In fact, I think she's an A tier because she carries the army that I use right now. She's been nerfed like thousands of times, and it made no impact still because I still use her just fine. 3-star every single base. Nothing has happened. The patch notes are a bunch of lies for the most part. The Super Wall Breaker. Well, he's headless right now. Not that that matters. If you're going to use wall breakers, you may as well just spend the Dark Elixir or drink that Super Potion to get this one, because this will one-shot any wall if you have it at the correct level. If you're not a sorry loser rusher, then you shouldn't have to worry about that. But I'd say this is a solid B tier. Never mind. I'm going to put it at C just because he can be very stupid at times. He gets easily confused by the open wall strategy. Wonder where he's going to go. The Super Giant. When do you ever see anybody use these? Even in Clan Capital, when he's on the defensive mode, he just kind of stands there. Like, he'll stand inside the little pig pen while he's getting shot at by every single troop in your army, and he'll just stand there and enjoy the view. He's as dumb as a stump. He's not good at all. I'm going to put him in absolute garbage as well. Plus, he's 10 space, so it's even worse for your army camps. Now, you have to have the reaction time of when you're playing 50-20 mode in Five Nights at Freddy's Ultimate Custom Night if you want to kill these when they fly out the clan castle during Clan War. I'm going to put these at A tier because these are just as cancer as the regular balloons if they're inside the battle blimp for town hall attacks. The Super Wizard. We didn't understand his true power until Blue Robot showed it to us. He's an easy S tier. Using regular dragons shows that you're an orphan. Using the Electro Dragons shows that you're adopted. But what's worse than all of them? The Super Dragon. You have to be very bored of this game to use a full army of Super Dragons. I'm going to throw it down in E tier. It's just an armored version of the Seeking Air Mine Magnet, so I think I'm just going to throw it in E tier because it's also 5 extra space for some reason. You may as well just give up if these come out the clan castle. I'm not sure how many times these have gotten nerfed, but it's still strong as ever. I'm going to throw it at B tier because for some reason they have the range of the princess from Clash Royale. I'm just going to throw this in absolute garbage because I honestly hate the Super Valkyrie. It looks worse. It is worse, and it overall just sucks. And I don't know why, but when it drops the rage spell, the rage is like triple less the amount of the actual rage spell. It's an imposter. Now, this thing's overpowered, but the only thing that sucks about it is that it takes like 45 space, I'm pretty sure. I don't even think it's quite worth it. I'm going to throw it at D tier because it's just all right. If it wasn't so much space, then it'd be so much better. We got the most underrated troop in the game here. That's an easy S tier. Not only is it even tankier than the Lava Hound, but it freezes everything in the area, making it even better for your blimp. The Super Bowler. Absolute garbage. I don't know why it takes up the amount of space it does for the amount of health it has. It has like barely any more health than the regular bowler, I'm pretty sure. You can only have about like 4 of them in an army. If they made the rock bounce maybe 4 times, and I think I'd maybe understand using it, but no, it's still terrible even with the 3rd bounce. There's nothing really special about this guy other than when he dies, his bomb does as much damage as the 2nd plane. You never see people using him. I'm just going to throw him in E tier as well. Again, he just takes up too much space. It's not even worth worth it. I'm gonna throw it at E as well. Forgot about the Yeti. I'm gonna put him at a solid B tier though, because he is a very good troop for the most part, but once you get really high up, you don't really use him anymore. I don't know if I'm missing anybody, but this is the final product. Yeah, I was working on a video, but I got sick, so it got delayed even further, and I just haven't been motivated to make it because they also nerfed a whole bunch of stuff in the game right now, and it doesn't help when they just released a gold pass today as of recording this video, and there's not even a hero skin in the pass. It's even worse now. I'm sorry to keep you all waiting, and I'm sorry if this was a disappointment. I kind of have to get something out though because I've gone 2 weeks without anything. But I also wanted to make a video like this for a while now, just because I've seen a bunch of stupid videos out on the internet. But yeah, that's everything here, and I'll see you guys in the next video. I don't know when that's going to come out, but I'll see you all then.